When we came here, it was to start again. Draco was a new beginning for those fleeing an overburdened Earth. Draco was a second chance. The first humans to arrive on Draco built a massive city, reshaping and taming the land. But we discovered that Draco wouldn't be so easily settled. From the planet's depths came Crimson Scale, a virus unlike anything we'd ever encountered. In the pandemic that followed, the city of our founders collapsed, with countless lives lost to sickness, panic, and fire. It was from that time that the Seekers arose, holding together the last remnants of humanity. The Seekers created Icarus Division, a group composed of those with the ability to commune with the dragons that ruled Draco. Since then, 100 years have passed. The Seekers train and organize the Dragon Riders of Icarus Division, using their skills to protect the colonies from the harsh environs of their adopted planet. Now, the Seekers and Icarus Division are all that stand between humanity and extinction.
A newbie? Please tell me this is a joke.
It was my first time out with Icarus Division. I'd been assigned to a recon team with orders to excavate the site of an ancient ruin. Icarus Division needed someone whose experience they could count on in the wilds of Draco. Apparently, I fell short.
Sorry, kid, but I need someone who knows what they're doing. Not a freshman flyer on his first set of wings. Does Command even understand the situation we're facing out here? I suppose you'll have to do. Our radar's picked up an anomaly just beneath the planet's surface. Looks like some kind of ruin. Our researchers think it might predate our arrival on this planet. Who knows? Maybe we'll find something that'll help us beat Crimson Scale once and for all.
My first assignment with Icarus Division had begun.
Copy? Do you copy? Damn it, rookie, wake up! Each dragon has its own personality. Yours is considered an especially gentle breed. You having any trouble handling it? Don't let your guard down. Our sensors are picking up a strange anomaly in the area. Keep a close eye on your surroundings as you fly. Watch out! Looks like we're surrounded. The hell is that? I've never seen anything like that white dragon before. Command's gonna want samples. Follow it. Phantom spotted. Repeat, White Phantom spotted. Spread out. We haven't seen this thing for a decade. Why now? Fall back. We aren't prepared to take this thing on. Repeat, fall back now. Fall back, damn it. Yeah! Ah! Ah!
It's said that the riders of Icarus Division speak the language of dragons. In our dreams, it was easy to believe we had become dragons ourselves. The Crimson Scale virus changed us, shaped us into something else, something more. On the back of a dragon, it was easy to feel invincible. But the White Phantom was an eternal reminder that we were only human, and that Draco was not our home. Draco would never be our home.
That recon team was made up of seasoned vets. And you're the only survivor? You must have some serious luck, kid. The last time the White Phantom showed itself, even the full force of Icarus Division was barely enough to keep it from destroying a colony. Anyway, that was then. And now isn't the time for a history lesson. I'm Sana, your new commanding officer. Fall in line, fly straight, and follow my orders, and we won't have any problems. Now, let's talk about your next assignment. We haven't been able to track the White Phantom or this White Reaver since they took out your squad. But we're hearing chatter of possible sightings in nearby regions, with subsequent increase in infection rates. We don't have confirmation from the researchers in command, but between you and me, there's no doubt in my mind that these beasts are spreading the virus. Our latest report indicates a highly infectious Crimson Scale outbreak in a heavily populated region. Command is concerned the creatures nearby have been infected. We can't risk another widespread outbreak, Recruit. We need you out there. We can't risk letting any carriers travel outside this region to spread the virus further. You're the only person we've got that survived an encounter with a White Phantom. With a little luck, you might even be able to help us finally put a stop to this thing. We've gotten a report of a White Reaver sighting at the lake region nearby. Command is concerned it may have transmitted Crimson Scale to the local wildlife. Go have a look, and if there are any infected creatures, take them out. We can't risk another pandemic.
Migration of Vespin hornets will be starting soon. We're getting reports that indicate the Vespin have been infected with Crimson Scale. With the recent outbreaks elsewhere, we can't risk these things spreading the virus. These are the biggest, most vicious creatures you've faced so far. Be careful down there. When the eels start to shimmer, that means they're about to attack. Pay close attention to avoid getting hit. Drives the native creatures of Draco into a frenzy. Even a minor pest can become a huge threat if infected. Be careful out there. That ought to do it. Head back to the base.
The Crimson Scale pandemic ended long before I was even born, but minor outbreaks were a constant danger on Draco. Most of the infected die a quick death. They're the lucky ones. There are those the infection doesn't claim. They survive the sickness, living, if it can really be called that, in a sickly, weakened state, marked with the scaly lesions that gave the disease its name, never truly recovering from the ravaging effects of the virus. And then there are those like me, the Dragon Riders of Icarus Division. I was just a child when Crimson Scale struck my village. I could only watch, helpless as my entire village succumbed to it, one by one, until I was alone. But the fever passed quickly for me. I awoke stronger than ever, and found I was able to commune with the dragons that ruled Draco's skies. It was then my destiny was written.
Nice work out there, kid. Maybe you're not as helpless as you look. Look, I know you didn't choose this life. None of us did. The fact is, Draco doesn't want us here. Every creature on this planet, from the biggest dragon to the smallest, wants us gone. But you, me, and the rest of Icarus Division are the last hope for this little slice of humanity, and we're not going anywhere. Your abilities give you a chance at survival, but you need to work with your dragon if you want to up your odds. The dragons are truly incredible. They grow fast and learn even faster, depending on the amount of battle experience they gain. But their real power comes from their ability to adapt. Feed your dragon a sample of a creature you've encountered, and they'll evolve new abilities. Our researchers at the Capitol think this allows them to adapt to a variety of habitats. Some riders go for increased offensive power, others for a strong defense. Just pay attention to your dragon, and it'll let you know what it needs. In any case, I'm expecting great things from you. Just make sure you don't let me down. From time to time, you may find it useful to take a wingman out with you on a mission. Before you can do that, you'll need to learn about the division of duties in a two-man team, and how to use your combined abilities effectively.
Your wingman is flying behind you. Try calling them forward. Your wingman will attack on their own. If they're in front, they'll attack forward. If they're in back, they'll attack behind you. When enemies come at you from behind, order your wingman to watch your back. There's a large hostile inbound. Look out! Try using your wingman skill. It's a powerful weapon in a pinch, but you can only use it a few times. Use it wisely. Good work. You're a fast learner, rookie. A good wingman can mean the difference between life and death out in the wild.
The number of Vespin infected with Crimson Scale is climbing rapidly, and they're displaying increasingly aggressive behavior. Orders from Seeker Command are to exterminate as many infected Vespin hives as possible.
Vespin hives are popping up at an alarming rate in the lake region. Nearly all these creatures are infected and could be spreading the virus to others. Make sure you take out each and every one of them. Unusual creatures for this planet. Usually pretty gentle. No predatory instincts to speak of. dragons are huge. Impressive work. We've never seen Glirin that large before, and never behaving so aggressively. It must be due to the recent disturbances in their habitat.
A dragon and its rider are bonded for life. If a dragon loses its rider, it goes berserk, thanks to an attack by the White Phantom. That's the situation we have out in the prospects. The riders did their best, but it doesn't sound like any of them survived the attack. You've got to find their dragons fast, and put them out of their misery. It won't be easy, but it's for their good as much as ours. One last note. The anglers in this area have the wind attribute. If you use an opposing skill, like the fire attribute, you'll be able to inflict more damage.
It looks like some monitoring beacons survived the attack. They contain vital data we can't afford to lose. Collect as many of the beacons as you can while dealing with the rogue dragons. Now get those beacons back to camp.
I'd congratulate you on your work. But it's hard to be happy about that kind of job. At least now you understand how deep the bond between a dragon and its rider goes. You're two halves of the same coin. You take care of that dragon, and it'll take care of you. Don't forget that. Looks like your hard work is finally starting to pay off. We haven't had any new outbreaks reported since your last mission. Command wants us to use this downtime to swell the ranks of Icarus Division a bit. We've got a fresh batch of riders from the last few outbreaks, but we're short on dragons. Head on out and see if you can round up a few wild ones. While you're out there, try to pick up some of the monitoring beacons in the lake region. I know it's a tall order, but I think you're up to the task. We were too late to stop the Vespin from spreading Crimson Scale. Villages in the lake region are reporting outbreaks, and infected creatures have been spotted nearby. We think the infected creatures are escaping our security cordon via an underground route. We have to control their movements if we want to stop this virus. Exterminate any infected creatures you may find, and cut off their escape route.
We managed to defeat the creatures surrounding the village, but we couldn't stop the crimson scale that had already infected the villagers. When all is said and done, what do we have to show for our efforts? Only more death. Icarus Division was created to protect the people of Draco. Can a dragon kill a virus? Can it cure an infected village? How can we protect our people when we're only fighting the symptoms and not the disease?
We're still coming up short on dragons for our new riders. According to recent reports, a large pack has been spotted in the jungle belt. It's strange to see dragons grouping together like that, but we shouldn't waste this chance to snare some extra mounts.
That thing. Looks like we got by without any trouble this time. Keep looking for those dragons. The native dragons have become extremely violent. Be careful out there. Get back to base ASAP.
welcome back. Glad you made it in one piece. Those dragons are more aggressive than any I've come across before. Frankly, I don't see how they can be used for our riders. But that's a decision above my pay grade. Still, I'm curious about their behavior. Moving in packs, exhibiting extreme aggression, even attacking when we're well outside their territory. I've never seen anything like it. Could be something is encroaching on their habitat. Something strong enough to scare the dragons into working together. I can't quite put my finger on why, but I get the feeling this is the White Phantom's work. It's almost like deja vu. If we don't put a stop to that thing soon... In spite of our efforts, the number of infected Vespin is still increasing. The enraged hornets are creating nests at an unprecedented rate. If they start to swarm, we might not be able to stop them from spreading into other regions. Find the new hives and take them out.
Hard to handle. Stay sharp. make your way back to base.
Welcome back, young'un. The name's Cadmus. Nice to finally meet the prodigy everyone's buzzing about. Though I'd swear we met before somewhere. Word round the camp is you wrapped up those Vespin pretty neatly indeed. Good to know there's someone like you out there clearing the path for old traitors like myself. And for a while, seemed like one of us was getting picked off each week. Now, you don't strike me as a stranger to the waste, but, you need to buy or sell anything, you come to me. I'll get...
There's a case of Crimson Scale in a village near the lake region. Apparently the virus isn't as contained as we thought. The victim is just a child, which works to our benefit in this case. The research facility in the capital has developed a new drug to slow the progression of the virus. And this kid is a perfect candidate for the trial run. Seems a little heartless, testing an experimental drug on a child. But I don't make the orders, I just follow them. You will too if you know what's good for you. Take the underground route, we can't waste any time.
hear the news? The kid pulled through. Tough little sprog. I guess Icarus Division will have a new recruit as soon as he's healed up. Can't say as I approve of the method, but it's a relief to know the Seekers are on the path to finding a cure. Heard a rumor along the way that the drug was made from samples of the White Phantom itself. Of course, others are saying it was made from blood samples taken from the riders. Hard to say who's speaking true and who's spinning tales, especially with Seeker Command and the researchers keeping mum on the subject. Feels a little fishy if you ask me. Somehow, a little familiar.
An Iroquois has been spotted in the underground caverns, and it's wreaking havoc on the delicate ecosystem down there. The mission parameters are simple. Seek and destroy. But you've got to be careful. This thing is monstrous. If it's infected with Crimson Scale as well, you're in for a hell of a fight.
Don't let your guard down! Heads up. You can't hit the eels when they're underwater. Wait for them to surface before firing. Another heel joining the fight. Don't split your attention between the two, or this will drag on too long. Just pick one and finish it off. caverns before they become a crimson-scale breeding ground. When the eels start to shimmer, that means they're about to attack. Pay close attention to avoid getting hit.
Reports of an anomalous dragon are coming in, and our researchers back at the capital are very interested. Go and investigate, and if possible, obtain a tissue sample. Their attack. Get out there and follow them. The only thing we know about this dragon is that it's enormous. Everything else, its weaknesses, its strengths, are totally unknown. Observe its movements carefully while you engage, or the fight will be over before you know it. Don't take your eyes off its tail. More than a few riders have already been taken out that way. Stay sharp. Target any opening you can find and fire at will. God, this thing is covered with eyes. See if you can locate them all and blind the beast. We need an advantage. Nicely done. Come find me when you're back at the base. There's something I want to discuss.
The lost colony of Amara. Everyone on Draco has heard the stories, but no one has ever claimed to see it. Still, there's always a kernel of truth at the heart of every legend. What could have happened there? What strange experiments did our ancestors conduct? Since the White Phantom reappeared, I've begun to realize how little we actually know about this planet. How little we know about our own history. Any search for truth comes with a price, and with secrets as big as these, the price is sure to be high. I just hope my generation isn't the one that has to pay it.
Good work out there. I've read the report, and that dragon you encountered was unlike anything we've seen. I've been monitoring research in the frontier regions for quite a while now, and I've never heard of anything matching the description of what you faced. I wonder, how much have you heard about the lost colony of Amara? The traders love to swap tales about it, each one taller than the last. Supposedly, it's the site of the first camp established on Draco when the colonists arrived from Earth. Some of the stories say it was built in the ruins of an ancient civilization that existed on Draco before we arrived. The legends say it was an amazing place, with technology and facilities we can only dream of now. When Crimson Scale hit, that all ended. The population of Amara was decimated, and the land so polluted by the disease that the colony was abandoned. The Seeker's first act was to destroy all records of the city's location, in hopes that Crimson Scale would be buried with it. Or at least, so the stories go. Almost no records about the first colony on Draco exist now. But the data we do have suggests our ancestors attempted to tame and genetically modify the dragons they found here. It might seem far-fetched, but maybe the dragon you encountered was a relic of that place. Then again, it could all just be a story.
With the way things have been lately, Command wants us to make sure we've got the camp locked down tight. We've already got reports of infected Vespin encroaching on our lines in nearby regions. Take them down before the camp is compromised.
Cadmus here. Got a bit of a favor to ask. Got a package here I was hoping you could carry for me. It's, not exactly illegal. I'd do it myself if I could. But there's a mob of organists on the route, and I can't get anywhere near those things without attracting the attention of the Seekers. Think you could help a guy out? Thanks a million, kid. There's no way I could have made that run myself. Well, I can't pay you in coin. Maybe some information will suffice. Remember your first mission? Well, as it turns out, you weren't the only survivor. A Dragon Rider from Camp Echo also managed to escape. But it sounds like she picked up something very interesting on her way out of the ruins. This might sound crazy, but hear me out. When this rider made her escape, she came across the body of what she thought was another rider. Naturally, she wasn't about to leave a fallen comrade behind, so she grabbed the body and took off. When she made it back to camp, an autopsy was performed. And you never guess what it revealed. The samples taken from the body match the DNA and biometrics of a high-level Seeker official in the capital. But here's the rub. That official? He's still alive. If any of this is true, it means there's something deeper going on here. I mean, how can someone be living and dead at the same time? Of course, Seeker Command is doing everything it can to keep this info from leaking. Both the Dragon Rider and official have disappeared without a trace, and no one's heard a thing from either of them. Now, I'm not one to believe every tale I hear. My years as a trader have taught me to separate facts from fiction just fine. And this has the ring of truth to it. Stay sharp out there, kid. There's no telling who you can trust.
On Draco, the truth is more valuable than any currency. Or so I've come to learn. Stories, theories, and rumors abound, while the truth remains obscured. But whose truth holds the real value? Could Cadmus be right? Or has his time in the unforgiving wilds of Draco warped his mind? Sana's secret mission seems to beat out Cadmus's truth. But could she have been referring to the lost colony of Amara? Or the ruins of Draco's long-dead civilization? Could they be one and the same? As far as I know, the efforts of Icarus Division have paid off. Numerous recon teams have been dispatched to the ruins for further investigation. But not one of them has filed a report, or sent so much as a status update. According to the other Dragon Riders, the situation is the same at other camps. There's clearly something going on. Something Command isn't telling us. I can feel it.
With most of our forces tied up tracking the White Phantom, and keeping the infected dragons from spreading Crimson Scale, the camp security has gotten pretty spotty. Seeker Command wants us to beef up security around the camp. Get out there and help tighten up the perimeter.
Have you run into any Orcanists out there? Trust me, you'd know if you had. These things are huge, practically flying islands. Their tiers represent an invaluable mineral resource for the colonists. A few of the Orcanists have even been herded together to serve as an aerial mine of sorts. Unfortunately, the miners are reporting strange behavior from the Orcanists, and it sounds like they've been infected with Crimson Scale. Our researchers in the capital are strongly against exterminating the Orcanists until we've verified they're infected. These creatures play an integral part in Draco's ecosystem, and killing even a few could have unpredictable consequences. Of course, as you may have guessed, Seeker Command thinks differently. Your orders are to take out the infected Orcanists before they can spread Crimson Scale any further.
Got some fresh data for you. According to our researchers, the Orcanist tiers aren't just a mineral resource. They have a vital role in replenishing the water sources around Draco. Simply eliminating the Orcanists could have unimaginable repercussions for all life on Draco. If any of the Orcanists have contracted Crimson Scale, that's a different story. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of infection. We've got confirmation. There's an extremely high concentration of the virus in the area. The evidence is undeniable. Commence extermination. done. Mission complete. Head back to base.
It looks like we're beating back this epidemic. Most of the Crimson Scale carriers we've identified have either been exterminated or isolated. You're doing great out there, kid. There's one place we haven't tackled in a while, though. The underground caves. There's another group of riders currently en route to lure out as many infected as they can. Meet up with them and take out any infected you find. Heads up, Rook. We've got multiple reports of White Reaver sightings coming in. If our suspicions are correct, the White Reavers and the White Phantom are connected to the Crimson Scale outbreaks we've been seeing. We've got to find them and take them down now before this goes any further. I'll be joining you on this one. Make sure you keep up.
Keep your eyes out for White Reavers. They've got to be around here. Where are these things coming from? Why hasn't Secret Command's monitor network been able to pick them up? Tells me this isn't the last we'll see of the White Reavers.
Finally got confirmation, but it seems our suspicions weren't totally right. According to the data, the White Phantom is without a doubt the primary source of the Crimson Scale virus. The White Reavers are the main carriers of the disease, and there's no telling how many of those things there are. With the emergence of the Reavers, Seeker Command has to replan their strategy from the ground up. They'll be reassigning me temporarily to help with the new operation plan. For now, all I can tell you is that I'll be tracking the White Reavers and searching for their source. Before I leave, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Our past, the fate of our future, and the dark history of our people may be tied to the lost colony. But what if there's hope to be found there too? Hope can make a person do the unthinkable. Just a chance to make things better can cause man to act in ways he never imagined he would. I've already said too much. I've got every confidence in you. But be careful out there while I'm gone. And hey, try not to get kicked.
We've got reports of another anomalous dragon spotted. I don't have any other details, but it appears the monitor beacons are recording a vast migration of creatures from a variety of regions, all headed toward this thing. It's almost like they're being pulled there somehow. I think this is strange enough to warrant a look. Head out with the recon team to investigate. Apparently, the location of this phenomena is near an area marked as a potential site of ruins, similar to what you saw on your first mission. Might not be related, but keep it in mind just in case.
search bodies! Oh God! Where's his head?
Could these be the ruins of Draco's native civilization? What in the world is this thing?
Still got recon teams in the ruins. But it looks like another one of those holes or gates or whatever they are opened up in the forest region too. Go and check it out for yourself before the Seekers have time to set up a perimeter. Seemed perfectly safe when, well, I may have already gone through myself. Anyway, like I said, just go and have a look. Trust me, you're not gonna believe what's in there.
Looks like you finally found the place. This is it. The Lost Colony. The concentration of crimson scale in here is off the charts. There's no doubt that the path out of the ruins served as a conduit for the White Reavers. Look! According to my sensors, the concentration of the virus here is beyond anything we've seen. My sensors showing that the source of the virus is through this gate. It's the White Phantom. Mechanism on the gate and head through. To abandon the mission. Damn it! Why now?
When Sana and I returned to base, officials from Seeker Command were waiting for me. I was taken to the capital for questioning, but to me it felt more like interrogation. At the time, I knew almost nothing. I answered their questions as best I could. The ruins contained a passage. The passage opened up to an unknown city. The city was contaminated with crimson scale, and in the city, I saw the White Phantom. Nothing more, nothing less. It was obvious I wasn't telling them anything they didn't know. But I managed to overhear snatches of their conversations. New pieces for the puzzle. One of the officials said, "We can't let Amara's location leak." And another, "It shouldn't be operative. We're supposed to have control." And, "Draco Delta 731 still has viability. We have to keep it running for now." It would be a while before I understood what they'd meant. Then one day, for what seemed like no reason, I was released and sent back to my original post. I was told they couldn't spare a rider with my experience and skills. There had to be more to it. Sure enough, when I returned to camp, I discovered it was Sana who'd gotten me released.
Welcome back. I hope you learned a lesson from your time in the capital. Whatever you may have heard, may have seen, you're not the only one carrying secrets. I've been right where you are. The fact of the matter is, in this line of work there are things that are best forgotten. The opening of the passage, the ruins of the lost colony, let it go. Command has ruled that the lost colony of Amaro will be sealed off. With the exception of a few tightly controlled sites, there'll be no getting in or out of that place. Once they've cut off access to the ruins and the passages they contain, Amaro will fade from legend and be forgotten entirely. Your part in the mission is over. From now on, Seeker Command is in control. Your job out here is on the front lines. Losing focus on that could get you killed.
I've got another favor to ask. I know, you've already helped me out a lot, but you're the only person who can do this. I need you to go back through the passage to the Lost Colony and retrieve the data I left behind. If you're willing to help, get going and I'll send you the coordinates en route. Sorry for the lack of picture, but I'm, borrowing a Seeker comm line. Looks like you made it back with the data. Appreciate the help, kid. I really do. Matter of fact, I scrubbed your travel data from the Seeker database, so they won't even know it was you. Must be obvious by now. The Command is playing some game in the shadows of this world. They're up to something we can't even begin to comprehend. That's why I need help from folks like you. We can only figure this out together. Might not seem like it, but years ago, I was a member of Icarus Division 2. That's right. I was a rider just like you. Eventually, I started hearing things, and then I started asking questions. I wasn't the only one, but I'm the only one left. We couldn't understand why we were cut off from Earth. You know, some of us even thought Seeker Command was still in communication with home. Still couldn't say for sure, but one thing I do know, there's definitely more going on here than we realize.
My interest in seeking out the truth only grew, not as a member of Icarus Division or the Seekers, but as a human of Draco. This place is our home now, and we deserve to know the truth about it. After I finished with my tasks as a rider, I would visit the route Cadmus and I secured. Conducting my own investigation into the lost colony became a daily routine.
I'm hearing strange reports of a dragon rider in Amara. They mention a dragon that sounds very similar to yours. I didn't think so. Command may think they've locked down Amara, but clearly they're wrong. If someone can get in and out, then the White Phantom can too. I hope you're keeping your focus where it should be. If it comes time to face off with that beast again, you have to be prepared. Contrary to popular belief, the White Phantom isn't unstoppable. You have to hit it faster than it can regenerate itself. You have to have skill and concentration. You have to have focus. Now get going. Oh, and kid, don't let me down again.
Seeker Command planted a massive amount of monitoring beacons around the passages into the Lost Colony. I don't know about you, but I'd like to see what kind of info they're getting. I'm thinking of heading out to snag those beacons before they can. How'd you like to help out? route between Amara and the lava region is still secure, but it doesn't look like it'll stay that way for long. The ELK have multiplied in the area. If they aren't thinned out, the route will be totally closed off. See what you can do about those things, yeah? seems a dragon's graveyard has been discovered in one of the tunnels at the Amara site. I hear they found a large number of strange corpses down there. The reports I borrowed seem to indicate these things share nearly identical biometrics, like they were manufactured or something. Word is, some of them even look like the White Phantom, almost like prototypes. Stranger still, the data from the beacons you snagged in Amara are showing the presence of unique viral antibodies. I found some notes on the data, and it looks like these prototypes could be the key to a Crimson Scale vaccine. Hard to tell how certain this is. Seeker Command seems to be locking down as much info on this as possible. But that alone ought to tell you something. The mystery of the White Phantom, the origin of Crimson Scale, Command's involvement. All the pieces of the puzzle in one place. You gotta get down there, kid. You can't let this chance slip away.
A White Phantom prototype? I knew I shouldn't have let you spend so much time with Cadmus. There's nothing down here but the passages. The viral antibodies in this thing are truly bizarre. There's no record of anything like this on the planet. If we could combine the antibodies from this prototype with the right antibodies from a native species, we might finally have something we can use against the White Phantom. I just don't understand why. How could Seeker Command keep this a secret? Why wouldn't they use it to erase Crimson Scale from Draco?
This is it. The White Phantom has been spotted tearing across the sky on a direct path to the capital. The defense perimeter is completely unproven against a dragon of this size. You have to get out there. We can't have a repeat of the Crimson Scale pandemic or it'll be the end of us all.
I'd let you have all the fun, did you?
Oh, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Still, the bigger they are, right?
This thing absorbs the attribute of anything it consumes. It can launch attacks with any attribute. Switch to an opposing attribute to give yourself an edge.
Uh-oh, looks like you made it mad. It's coming at us hard this time.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This fight's just getting started. cube is on the move. That's it! I'm getting a strange energy reading from the cube, and it's directed at the white... Phantom. That must be the source of its power. We have to do something about the cube. If we can't cut off the energy feed to the White Phantom, our attacks mean nothing. The energy signature of the cube is changing. We might be able to use it to our advantage. Fall back. It's about to charge. Yes! Overloading the cube converts its energy into an attack.
If we attack that cube thing and knock it out of whack, the energy feed ought to amplify our attacks.
Fall back. It's about to charge.
Lies and corruption. Our entire world was founded on them. We were never alone, never cut off. Earth observed us from a distance. When the gate opened in the ruins of Draco's ancient civilization, disconnected images and thoughts spilled forth, flowing through my mind.
Draco Alpha 1 complete. Tests unsuccessful. Commence reset.
When they first arrived on Draco, the government discovered technology that allowed them to reset the planet.
Population regenerated spontaneously. Discovered the key to immortality. Crimson Scale infection may present...
When the effects of Crimson Scale were discovered, the fate of Draco's colonists was sealed.
Multiple gates around the planet. An incredible opportunity. World transition from the multiverse.
How many times have they treated us like rats in their own private laboratory? How many times did we die for their greed?
Perfect carrier. Commence dispersion in target areas. Viral patterns still too unstable. Reset in 8, 7, 6, 5.
By now, the secrets of the planet have been revealed. But all too late. This is the end for us. For everything. It is also our beginning. I'm recording this in the hopes it will somehow survive. Draco Delta 731. Our designation. Our world is at an end. But if these words live on, if you are reading them now, there may still be hope. The key to your freedom can be found in Amara. Seek out the lost colony. Seek out the White Phantom. Seek out the truth. This is stupid. You can't really believe this, can you?
I'm telling you, kid, I salvaged this thing myself. It's no joke.
What else could it be? Government conspiracies and a laboratory planet? Come on, Cadmus. Even you aren't that crazy.
One way to find out. Journal says right here that the center of all this is at the ruins. We ought to get it.
What ruins? There aren't any ruins on Draco. You know that just as well as I do.
They just ain't been discovered yet is all. Come on, we ought to at least go see for ourselves. You with me? Or not, kid?